Great day, Sir JL. We are the grouper and we are here to present to you our research study, which is the development of fertilizer-infused surgical face masks as an alternative material for seed germination. I am Rizaling Joy Achensa from STEM 112 offer, and I'm here to tackle the background of our study. One of the problem of the community is the improper disposal of waste. That's why this study shows on how it can help to reduce the massive amount of face mask pollution brought by the current pandemic. This study will help to diminish or to lessen the waste by turning the used surgical face mask into a seedling bag that can be useful in seed germination. Also, we, the researchers, conducted a study that aims to implement this kind of innovation that can be useful in planting by making a natural fertilizer infused surgical face mask with non-toxic ingredients to speed up the growth of a seed. Also, this study will benefit the community because of its eco and budget friendly. Next is the background of the study. The objective of the study. Um, we the researchers wants to identify which method of fertilizer application is the most effective for seed germination. Also, we want to determine the possible effects and benefits of using fertilizer infused surgical face masks as an alternative material for seed germination. And last, we want to evaluate how the respondents perceive the fertilizer infused surgical face mask as an alternative material for seed germination.
I am Audrey Dison from Group 4, Section STEM 12204. Statement of the problem. The researchers wants to know which method of fertilizer application is the most effective for seed germination. The researchers want to know the possible effects and benefits of using fertilizers infused surgical face mask as an alternative material for seed germination. The researchers wants to know on how the respondents perceive the fertilizer infused surgical face mask as an alternative material for seed germination. Hmm. Scope and delimitation. We aim to study and determine the effectiveness of fertilizer infused surgical face mask as an alternative material for seed germination, and on how to help our environment as well. The, the research study focuses on insights of the citizens of Dasmariñas City, Cavite towards the development of fertilizer infused surgical face mask as an alternative material for seed germination. The study was conducted on March 2021 in Dasmariñas City, Cavite.
Great morning, everyone. My name is Rebecca Sanchez from Group 4, and I will present the methodology. The researchers use different research design. They use mixed method research where they both use qualitative and quantitative to present the data. The researchers use a convenience sampling where they select respondents from a pool of convenient respondents. The researchers use this sampling technique to gather 3 respondents. The respondents are from the Dasmariñas City, Cavite. Research instrument. In order to gather the data, the researchers use 2 different research instruments, experimental and descriptive. In the experimental, it is a systematic and scientific approach in which the researchers manipulate one or more variables, controls, and measure any changes in the other variables. They use this type of research instrument to support and validate their hypothesis. They also use this to demonstrate what outcome will occur if a certain or particular variable is manipulated. In the descriptive research, it involves the collection of data to either test the hypothesis or describe the variable in the study. they conducted an in-depth interview where they to gather the data needed. They also conducted an unstructured interview where the respondents can freely express their opinions and ex- express their opinions about a certain topic. To gather the data, they conducted an experiment where they grow three tomato plants, one without fertilizer. The second plot is normal application of fertilizer, and the third plot is where they use infused surgical face mask. The materials used were tomato seed, banana peels, crushed charcoal, soil, and a half liter of aquarium water. The researchers watered the plant twice a day, where they put the same amount of water in each plant. They observed the plant for 3 weeks and measured it after every 1 week. Next. Data gathering procedure for interview. They conducted a face-to-face individual interview. They recorded it and transcribed the answers of the respondents. The answers of the respondents as a source of information for their study. Next po. Here are the results of the experiment. Experiment po. As a result, the trial with the fertilizer-infused surgical face mask shown greater outcome compared to the other trials. The tomato plant in plot 3, which has the fertilizer-infused surgical face mask, grew up to 7 centimeters in just 3 weeks. Next po. The results of the interview. The respondents believe that the fertilizer-infused surgical face mask can affect the growth of the plant. And they also believe that it was beneficial for everyone in the community. They also believe that this innovation can inspire them to create and copy the similar innovation to help the environment, to lessen the waste that people cause because of the improper waste disposal.
My name is Enrique Sam Makutay from Group 4, and I'm here to tell you the conclusion of this study. When it comes to seed germination, the fertilizer-infused surgical mask appears to be very successful, and the elements in the mask hasten the plant's growth. The fertilizer-infused surgical masks are beneficial to the community, the plant enthusiasts, and as well as the environment. Seed germination can be aided by the use of this invention. This innovation also makes gardening cheaper, making it more accessible to all. The material used are commonly found inside the home. Fertilizer-infused surgical face masks can help to minimize waste generated by events such as pandemics and natural disasters that affect air quality. As a result of the pandemic, people are becoming increasingly interested in houseplants as well as the fertilizer-infused surgical face mask. Next. So here are the recommendations. We strongly recommend plant enthusiasts to use the fertilizer-infused surgical mask because of its convenience and effectiveness, as demonstrated by the researchers' data, information, and experimentation. To encourage and educate environmentalists about the potential benefits and value of using fertilizer-infused surgical face mask as a seed germination. The researchers encourage you to keep doing and continuing the things you've done for the environment, no matter how small, because we all start small and work our way up. What matters is your diligence, and the things you've done for the environment, not for the people who love you. increase community understanding of the concept of using fertilizer-infused surgical face masks, as well as it's important in minimizing waste and benefits to the patients, to the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, or DENR. We strongly advise parents to move from traditional planting pots to fertilizer-infused surgical face masks.
Based on the data gathered from the conducted experiment and interview, the most effective method of fertilizer application for seed germination is by means of the fertilizer-infused surgical face mask. In the experiment, the plot tree, which has the fertilizer-infused surgical face mask, shown greater outcome compared to the other trials. The tomato plant in plot tree grew up to 7 centimeters in just 3 weeks. According to the respondents, they believe that the fertilizer-infused surgical face mask can help hasten the process of seed germination because the fertilizer infused in the product are all natural. They also believe that the surgical face mask, which is a material used in creating the product, has the ability to collect and catch bacteria, which is helpful in speeding up the process of seed germination. Bacteria, or some type of bacteria, are known to produce nitrogen, which is an important element for a plant to grow fast and healthy.
Hi everyone, my name is Henrico Sam Makutay, and I'm from Group 4 in research, and I'm also here to determine to you the possible effects and benefits of using fertilizer infused surgical face mask as an alternative material for seed germination. So let's start. Our data shows that the natural fertilizer infused surgical face masks are beneficial to our environment because they are made out of natural ingredient, and also for plant enthusiasts because they show how plant can grow without synthetic fertilizers. Due to its eco-friendly and um, innovative nature, the use of fertilizer-infused surgical face mask as a seedling bag can help to reduce the waste generated from this kind of events like pandemic and calamities. It is also budget friendly because it is much widely used for different purposes and sold almost everywhere, especially at this very moment. Since the materials used are typically found in a home, this invention often allows gardening more inexpensive and accessible to all. So, in our conclusion, the natural fertilizer infused surgical face mask is really helpful and beneficial to our environment, especially for the plant enthusiast, uh, because it gives them the concept of how a plant can grow, without without the use of synthetic fertilizers. In addition, recycle and budget friendly are will be the effect of this study if this was implemented and normalized. So that's it. Thank you for listening and have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Great day, Sir JL. My research question is how respondents perceive our research fertilizer infused surgical face mask as an alternative for seed germination. My answer is our respondents perceive our research fertilizer infused surgical face mask an alternative for seeds germination, that it has a great impact and significance to help our country to reduce our waste and pollution due to the prominent use of surgical face masks nowadays and improper disposal of it. By making the surgical face mask something innovative and useful to environment, which is will transform the surgical face mask into fertilizer, infuse surgical face mask as an alternative for seed germination. And and this will be this this will be help our environment to reduce waste and pollution by planting seeds on fertilizer infused surgical face mask. Thank you.
Good morning, Sir JL. My name is Rafaela Flagbo from STEM 11204, and the question that you've given to me is, what are the main objective of our research? And my answer is, the main objective of our research is to determine the effectiveness of fertilizer infused into surgical face masks as an alternative materials for seed germination, and how can it help to reduce the enormous amount of waste due to the improper way disposal of surgical face masks. Thank you, sir.
Hi, great day everyone. I am Audrey Bison from the group of Group 4, and I'm going to discuss about the scope and delimitation. The aim of the study is to determine the effectiveness of fertilizer and infused surgical mask as an alternative material for seed germination, and how can it help to reduce the enormous amount of waste due to improper disposal of surgical mask. The study focuses on the insights of the citizens of Dasmariñas City, Cavite towards the development of fertilizer-infused surgical face mask as an alternative material for seed germination. The survey, to be able to gather the data needed, the researcher will use convenient sampling to select the respondents. This study was conducted in Dasmariñas City, Cavite on March 9, 2021. The researchers tells that the given topic is effective and alternative, and it has a big help towards our daily living. And during this pandemic, we can help in a small way by doing this kind of practice. By doing an experimental research, we can help our environment to have a less garbages and proper disposal of surgical face masks.
Great day, everyone. I'm Rizaline Joy Atienza from STEM 112 Offer, and I'm here to defend why does our study feasible. Based on the data that we gathered and also in our conducted experiment, this study has proven feasible because of its innovative nature, that those materials you needed to make a fertilizer-infused surgical face mask can only found at home, such as banana peel, wood ash, charcoal, uh, water came from aquarium, and also the used surgical face mask. The very purpose of this study is to make a product that can be useful in planting and also a product that can be helpful in our environment by lessening the massive amount of face mask pollution brought by the current pandemic by turning it into a useful seedling bag that can help a plant for during seed germination. Um, this kind study will surely benefit the community and also those plant enthusiasts by giving them an idea on how simple innovation can be useful in our daily lives. Um, this study is very convenient because of its budget and eco-friendly nature.